welcome back. It's Mr. Vince, and today I'm going to show you guys the best way to make the soccer ball into the goal in Jailbreak. Now, before I continue on, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 700 subscribers by the end of summer, so please hit the subscribe button if you can. If you enjoy my content, just leave a like, and of course hit the bell icon if you never want to miss a video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and just get right into it. So getting into the goal is actually pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing. So how do you actually get the ball into the goal exactly, and what's the easiest method? Well, surprisingly enough, the easiest method is by using a vehicle known as the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is a vehicle added last year on January 4th, 2020. So yeah. It is only 75,000 cash and is located in the parking lot by the city gun shop, which actually is not far away compared to most vehicles, of course. And it is one of the few vehicles that spawn in the city, unlike some other vehicles like, the Deja or, of course, the Volt 4x4, which is currently the Season 3 vehicle. But anyways, let me go ahead and show you guys how you can get the ball into the goal. So now what I like to do is jam the ball by a wall or a corner, and you'll simply be able to get it into the chunk. It is a lot easier to do it on mobile because your velocity does change a lot more for X and Z axis because of the thumbstick. If you're using a regular thumbstick or a dynamic thumbstick, both of these work. So I'm going to go ahead and skip forward until I get the soccer ball into the trunk of the Cybertruck. Okay guys, so I got the soccer ball into the trunk of my Cybertruck. Now what you need to do is to carefully drive the Cybertruck without the soccer ball falling off. And if you're on mobile, this is easier because you are able to change the velocity of your thumbstick. I highly encourage you to make sure you have full one engine so that way it's slower and it's much easier to, carry a soccer ball. Now, if you have high suspension, you do not have any problems with the soccer ball because your suspension will prevent the soccer ball from swimming in the water. If you have low suspension, then I highly encourage you to buy the high suspension so it doesn't fall into the water. Now, of course, we're going to go very slow and we're going to be careful not to make the soccer ball fall into, of course, the ground. Now, I highly encourage you to drive it in reverse because it's a lot easier for the soccer ball to stay if you're not driving in, forwards. So if you drive in reverse, since the Cybertruck is slower in reverse, this is going to be much easier. Now, this trick also works with the monster truck, but it is much more recommended to use the Cybertruck because the Cybertruck has a lesser suspension than the monster truck. So as you can see, the soccer ball is still on the trunk, even though I just almost hit a lot of things and almost caused the soccer ball to fall off. So follow where I go and you'll be able to get the soccer ball into the goal. Now I am the only player in the server, so that means that I'll be the only person to get the bond rims. Now, I've already tried this out before. It was very hard because a lot of servers were laggy. So I highly encourage you to join a server where there's not very many players and the players in the server do not have a high ping, which causes the ball to be much smoother. Because in Roblox, physics are just laggy depending on your ping and your latency and your network. So you have to depend on all that to ensure that the ball is actually perfectly fine. So we're going to continue driving slowly, trying to make sure that the soccer ball is not falling off. If the soccer ball starts shaking, then that means the soccer ball will start to fall, and if it did fall, then you're going to have to repeat the process again as long as you're doing it carefully, and then you'll be okay. Now, of course, so far we've been doing good. I tried this out yesterday and it was a piece of cake, but it took a little longer for the soccer ball to get in the trunk. But as you can tell, we are getting a little closer, and it only took me a couple minutes for the ball to be getting close to the museum. By the time I'm doing this right now, it only took about probably 3 or 4 minutes, which actually is short, as you can tell. So we're getting a little closer to the museum, and there it is. There's the soccer ball. goal you're supposed to go into. So once you make it on top of the museum, just simply drive to the goal. Just make sure the ball does not like fall off or anything, to the, lower hills and all that, and then you'll be safe. So we're gonna drive backwards into the goal, and if the soccer ball disappeared, then you have received a chat message saying the soccer ball went into the goal. Everyone is rewarded the bonded rims, as you can tell. Now keep in mind, the bonded rims are only for a limited time. You have about a year to get the bonded rims, and then they'll be gone next year. So every year the soccer goal changes. So that means that you either get dual flags or the soccer rims, ship wheel rims, or the bonded rims. Currently you can get the bonded rims, but before the May update you could get the ship wheel, and before the April 2020 update you can get the soccer rims, and then before the March prison update of 2019 you could actually get the dual flags, which you can no longer get because the soccer goal changes. So yeah, after you knock the soccer ball into the goal, the soccer ball respawns over here, as you can see, and I don't know why it started moving. And you can use as much as you want, so you can knock the soccer ball into the goal again, and you can do whatever as long as you make it to the goal, then you're perfectly fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. If you guys enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, as we're trying to hit 700 subscribers by the end of summer. And as always, my name is Mr. Vince. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.